Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Post ITA Permanent Residency Application. This is the first detail that you need to fill. Okay, this is about the personal detail. Now, please note that they have maximum fields that are already filled using your express entry profile. Okay, but now they would need a little bit of different informations that I'm going to show you. So as you can see, first name, last name are as your express entry profile. Now the next question they have is, has this person ever used any other name? So if, for example, you change your name after marriage, or if you changed your name, then you need to mention it here, okay? And if you have always been using this one name, then you can easily go select no and then click on next. So this is again same information from thingy express entry profile. Now thing is, this is interesting. So they want to know your height. Okay, and now how many of you have actually calculated your height measurement? I'm sure most boys don't count their height. So anyway, you will have to check it, okay, because my height is 5'8", and that is 173 centimeters, I guess. Okay, well, my bad. So thing is, either you write your height in centimeters or you write your height in feet and inches. Okay, so because I have written 5'8", so I didn't need to write 173. So that's why it was showing the error. Okay, now when we press next, the next information will be about your marital status. Obviously, I am married. Okay, and I asked my wife, and she says that it is dark brown. So, what should I write here? I still believe my eyes are black. This is really confusing. Okay, so about your marriage information, now they need your date of marriage. Okay, and they also ask you, have you been previously married? So, obviously, if you are a gentleman like me, then you would answer no. Okay, now the next part is ID documents summary. And I already have my CNIC and my passport both updated here. And this is the question: are you a lawful permanent resident of the US? No. Okay, we're not. Then we press next. Now, this is the immigration history. Previous applications to Canada. Now, this is important. If you have actually a, an application, previous application to Canada, whether it was a visit, study, or whichever, you should mention it here. Okay. So, no, I have not given my fingerprints. Has a Iftikhar applied to IRCC before? No. Country of citizenship is Pakistan. Country of residence is Pakistan. Now, next up, they will ask about the family. POF for family of four, 24,600 is the approximate amount that I have written. I have four family members. Okay. And I don't have a relative who is a PR of Canada. Okay. Now let's talk about the immediate family members that have not been identified in the application. Alright, so in this section, you are basically going to inform about your immediate family members that have not been identified in the application. As we all know, that spouse is already identified, your kids are already identified. So what else is there? It includes parents. If you have any spouse that's detailed was not included in your express entry profile. It includes any children, adult children that were not included in express entry profile, or any brothers or sisters. Okay, so if even if the relative is deceased, then you need to provide the date of death. Okay, and one interesting thing about it, if you do not know the exact dates, then you can write unknown here. Okay, so that actually gives you the option of adding all the blood relative, or rather the very close relatives that you have. Now the purpose, if you ask me the purpose of this, I'm not sure. Maybe they would rather want your details in advance, like if you get a PR and your immediate family, wants to claim your points. So this detail might give an idea to IRCC. Maybe that's the reason. I'm not sure about it. But this was the required data, and I have filled that. Now, as you see, the personal detail is complete. Contact detail, all the things are in progress. These were the things that I completed in my last video. Now, let's see what other information they need in contact details. Well, this is already filled from the express entry profile. Okay, and now this is the telephone number where you want to be reached in case IRCC needs some information. So if you already had any information, it would be visible here. But what you can do is you can actually use cellular information in my case. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna add my details here. Okay, and I'll see you after that. All right, now this is where you write your mailing address, that is the address where you want to receive in case IRCC needs to send any paper documents through courier. Okay, and if you don't have an apartment number, for example, somebody asked if their address does not have an apartment number, then what can they do? So, like if your apartment street has a street number, then maybe you can write a dot here, I guess. I would let you guys know at the end of this. Okay, after I have filled the mailing address, now you have to fill address history. Okay, now this is important. If you are younger than 28 years, then obviously you are going to include time from your 18th birthday. Okay, but if you're older than 28, then the past 10-year address history is required and you do not leave any gaps. Now, a pointer here, this history should match your police clearance certificates as well. So if you have not already, get those police clearance certificates, so that sometimes police might edit the details the way you don't want them. So get those details from police clearance certificates and enter the same dates which are the accurate and right and genuine information. Okay, all right, just to show you guys that this is the complex address history that I have, and I have tried to keep the dates as similar to the last closing date as I possibly can. Okay, and this is to present. So you can see that I started from 2011 because we are in 2021. So this is exactly some time more than 10 years ago. Okay, so this is where I started my journey. At that time, I was in London, UK, and I did not provide PCC for before that date. Okay, only started from London and then Pakistani PCCs for all these dates. Okay, this was about it. Okay, now these two are complete, and we are going into study and languages, and let's see what it has new for us. They're asking about your native language. In my case, it is Urdu. My education history is also um, included from my thingy expressionity profile, so I don't need to do that, right? Let's press next. This is knowledge of official languages. Ielts test. This was my Ielts result. Speaking 8, reading 8.5, listening 9, writing 7. Later on, I retook my IELTS exam and writing turned to 8, speaking turned to 8.5, reading, however, turned to 6.5. So that's why I'm keeping this score. Listening was, I think, 8.5 or 9. Okay, let's see if it is completed now or not. Yes, it is complete. Now we check the application details. Here they are asking about provinces or territories of interest. Okay, so obviously it is Ontario, because even if I had received an FSW, I would have wanted to move to Ontario, right? Intend to reside Toronto. Okay. Okay, and since I have a nomination from Ontario, so I'm gonna press yes. And now they would ask which province I received a nomination from. That is Ontario. Okay, and save and exit. This is application detail also completed. Now we have completed all the details of personal history remains. Apart from that, all the other things are completed. So I think I'm going to stop the video right here, and personal history and other things will be included in the next video. This is Iftikhar, wishing you guys all the best.